I'm a retired park ranger from Yellowstone National Park, concluding 35 years of service in 2006. My connection to the park runs deep, having spent 27 years as a ranger, preceded by 8 years as a seasonal ranger, raised just outside the park in Montana, where my father and grandfather were also rangers. This calling was ingrained in me from childhood. The allure of Yellowstone never waned. It always felt like home. Throughout my tenure, I witnessed numerous changes in the park, but its intrinsic beauty remained constant. Yellowstone, with its natural wonders, is undeniably a national treasure, and I take pride in being a part of its rich history. While strange occurrences were not uncommon, bears and elk behaving oddly, even geysers acting erratically, the summer of 2001 brought an unprecedented event. July was scorching, and the park teemed with visitors. On my routine rounds near Swan Lake, a few miles south of Mammoth Hot Springs, I usually observe the untamed wilderness in action. Grizzlies hunting, elk grazing, the norm. But that specific day, I encountered something that still haunts my dreams. In my third day patrolling the area, nothing seemed out of place until I ventured south towards Indian Creek campgrounds on the challenging Bighorn Pass Trail. The trail, spanning 19 miles, traverses open meadows and the Gallatin Range, advising visitors against off-trail travel due to grizzly bears. Around 2 p.m., an unsettling feeling of being watched overcame me. The forest, usually lively, fell eerily silent. Despite my familiarity with the trail, I felt lost, a sensation I couldn't shake. The only sound was the crunch of my boots. Perplexed, I radioed park headquarters for reassurance. 700 Charlie. This is Ranger Marshall. I'm on Bighorn Pass Trail near Indian Creek campgrounds. Do you copy? No response. Trying again, 700 Charlie. This is Ranger Smith. I'm on Bighorn Pass Trail near Indian Creek campgrounds. Do you copy? Still silent. Odd, considering it was the Chief Ranger's office. As I made my way back towards my vehicle, an escalating sense of panic gripped me. Sweating profusely and feeling my heart race, I questioned the unfamiliar sensations. The forest that had seemed ordinary on the journey there now felt surreal. An inexplicable odor, akin to death, permeated the air. Radioing the ranger's office, I conveyed my distress. The response came promptly, confirming my location and inquiring about my well-being. Struggling with a burgeoning panic attack, I declined additional assistance, assuring them I was near my vehicle. However, as I continued, reality seemed to shift. The forest, once vibrant with wildlife, now felt eerily empty. The trees and even my own boots took on an otherworldly quality, disconnecting me from my surroundings. It was as if I was watching myself from outside my body. Suddenly, about 30 yards ahead on the trail, a creature emerged. Not a grizzly, as expected in this area, but a massive, dog-like being, towering on its hind legs in a manner unlike any natural canine. It possessed a mangy, spotted fur coat, making it difficult to discern its true color in the shaded trail. Its eyes, a haunting yellow akin to a cat's gaze, locked onto mine with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. The creature moved deliberately across the trail, snout unfamiliar, and its presence defied any logical explanation. Frozen in fear, I couldn't even reach for my radio. The encounter with this enigmatic creature would forever be etched in my memory. Frozen in place, I struggled to comprehend the surreal encounter with the dog-like creature. The minutes felt like an eternity as I attempted to gather my thoughts. Glancing down at my radio, I aimed to document the bizarre incident, only to find the creature vanish into the woods as swiftly as it had appeared. The creature's speed surpassed anything I'd witnessed in the forest before. Despite my experience with swift animals like deer, this was an entirely different league. Standing alone on the trail, I grappled with the reality of encountering an alpha predator of unknown origin. As I took a moment to drink water and calm myself, the forest's surroundings felt distorted. Walking back to my vehicle, I questioned whether the anxiety attack had induced hallucinations. Uncertainty and a barrage of bewildering thoughts accompanied me on the trail. Reaching my vehicle, I sat in the driver's seat, attempting to process the inexplicable encounter. The decision to return to the ranger station was fueled by a desire for clarity. Sharing my account with the fellow rangers, I faced skepticism in their eyes. Yet I remained resolute in the authenticity of what I had witnessed. An unfamiliar, werewolf-like creature. 2 years later, Ranger Josh Bates recounted a similar encounter in the same area. The shared experience strengthened our bond, and our families, brought together regularly, reflected on the inexplicable events. The encounters left an indelible mark, altering my approach to patrols and instilling caution. Despite the skepticism that sometimes surrounds such stories, the reality of unknown creatures roaming Yellowstone is a shared acknowledgement among rangers. Yellowstone remains a treasure, but these unexplained encounters serve as a reminder to approach its wonders with caution, an untold chapter in the life of a park ranger. In my 6th year as a Yellowstone backcountry ranger, I've come to appreciate the unique challenges and rewards this role entails. As a backcountry ranger, proficiency in various skills, from horseback riding to avalanche safety, is essential. The job demands physical resilience, with the ability to hike 20 miles at a stretch and endure 24-hour shifts, often in extreme conditions like deep snow and frigid temperatures. Yellowstone, a sprawling wilderness attracting millions of visitors annually, is home to diverse wildlife, from grizzly bears to elusive species not fully documented. Managing this vast habitat requires constant vigilance, especially since encounters with wildlife are a daily occurrence. While hiking, it's not uncommon to spot herds of bison or elk, emphasizing the need for perpetual awareness and bear preparedness. Safety is paramount, and we strive to prevent unfortunate incidents where visitors get too close to wildlife, potentially resulting in serious injuries or fatalities. Collaboration with rangers from different departments ensures the park operates smoothly and efficiently, guaranteeing visitors a safe and enjoyable experience. Amidst the routine challenges, there are instances that defy explanation. Responding to reports of supernatural or mysterious sightings, my skepticism was tested when a couple claimed to have witnessed a giant bird with a 10-foot height and a 20-foot wingspan, entirely black with red eyes. While investigations yielded no evidence, similar reports of bizarre creatures in the park persist, challenging our understanding of the world. In June 2018, another unsettling report surfaced as a couple described encountering a 7-foot-tall man in the woods near Cascade Trail. Cloaked in black and emitting a foul odor, the mysterious figure prompted the terrified couple to flee. Such incidents, while unsettling, highlight the vast unknowns within Yellowstone. Yet, the most disconcerting encounter was my own experience on the North Rim Trail. Engaged in trail maintenance, I heard inexplicable footsteps approaching. Working alone on a closed section of the trail, the encounter left me questioning the boundaries between reality and the unexplained, adding a layer of uncertainty to the untamed beauty of Yellowstone. Curiosity overcoming my initial shock, I rose to investigate the source of the mysterious disturbance. As I peered into the dimly lit expanse of the heavily wooded trail, a large figure emerged, steadily advancing towards me, towering at a height of at least 8 feet. Its muscular frame and long black hair cast an imposing silhouette. The later hours of the day shrouded the scene in limited visibility, intensifying the eeriness of the encounter. Each resonant step of the creature caused the very ground beneath me to tremble, dispelling any doubt that this entity was far from human. Drawing closer, its form became discernible, resembling a canine but on an extraordinary scale. When it halted merely 30 feet away, an intense gaze ensued, locking eyes with me in a silent exchange that stretched into an unsettling duration. Abruptly, it pivoted and retraced its steps, disappearing into the shadows from whence it came. The experience left me profoundly shaken, prompting an abrupt cessation of my daily responsibilities. Swiftly, I reported the encounter to my supervisor, only to learn that similar sightings had been documented in the park. Conversations with fellow backcountry rangers revealed a shared thread of uncanny experiences, either through first-hand encounters or reports from visitors. A comrade, tasked with the same trail maintenance duties on the North Rim the day prior, confessed to an unshakable feeling of being observed throughout his workday. While no tangible entity manifested before him, the persistent sensation, akin to the prickle of raised neck hairs, persisted. These anecdotes were not isolated incidents. Numerous reports surfaced of sizable creatures or animals in the park, eluding conventional categorization. The collective uncertainty surrounding these occurrences underscores the enigmatic nature of Yellowstone's depths. Despite the inexplicable, my love for Yellowstone endures, and I invite others to revel in its natural beauty. However, a word of caution accompanies this invitation, a reminder to remain vigilant, conscious of the unpredictable wonders that may unfold in this vast wilderness. Yellowstone's allure lies not only in its breathtaking landscapes, but also in the mysteries that linger, inviting exploration and contemplation. As you plan your next adventure to Yellowstone, remember, beauty conceals the bizarre. Stay vigilant, explore boldly, and share your own tales of the unexplained. The mysteries of Yellowstone await. Venture forth with caution, and let suspense of the untamed captivate your senses.